Welcome back everybody, Matt the Man here. Hope you're doing well. So, today we are talking about Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby! No, it's not the anniversary. No, I do not think it's Will Ferrell's birthday. No, I do not think it's John C. Reilly's birthday. And no, I don't think it's Sacha Baron Cohen's birthday. Borat. But today we are talking about this movie. It's not the anniversary of anything for the movie, but it is the anniversary of my friend, Foster, when he, died. And the reason why I'm doing this, it's a movie channel, movie podcast. And one thing I know about my friend is he loved Will Ferrell. He also was a very big comedy person. He loved comedies. And there was ever a way to get Foster to go to a movie, comedy. Comedy, comedy, comedy. From American Pie to obviously anything with Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller. I mean, anything that has comedy in it, you were pretty much guaranteed to get Foster to the movie theater. Now, obviously with me, I would drag him to everything. Hey, we're gonna go see that new Bourne movie. Hey, I never saw the first one. Why didn't you tell me? We're halfway through the second one. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go see Benjamin Button, a 3-hour movie. Matt, when is this movie gonna end? Foster, 3 hours. What? And he was a huge Will Ferrell fan. He liked a lot of Will Ferrell stuff. I mean, I admit, I was back at this this was in 2006, and a little bit of brief history before we get into the actual movie. This was my junior year of high school, second semester, March of 2006. At the time, I was filming a track and field highlight film while filming game footage for Milton Girls Lacrosse. So I was really going back and forth, filming, school, filming, and Foster just returned back to Milton High School after being gone for over 2 years, 2.5 years. He left first semester freshman year, only about a month and a half into that year. He left before my birthday that October, so we were laying there only about a month and a half in. And then he returned second semester junior year. Now in that time, a lot happened. I went from being the nobody at Milton High School, or just Little Brow, Stevens brother, or another name. I won't say what it is. I think people can figure that out. And then all of a sudden Foster returns junior year, second semester, and everybody knows who I am. And they actually call me by my name. And Foster's like, what happened? What happened when I've been gone? Nobody knew you. Now everybody knows you. And what is with all this filming? Highlight film. What happened? I became a filmmaker overnight. Hi. A lot has happened since you've been gone. I'm the talk of the town. Everybody wants me. Everybody wants Stiffmeister. Finally. Even 3 years prior, when Elf came out, I didn't even see Elf in the theater. I didn't see Elf till later, because I wasn't a huge Will Ferrell fan. The only thing when it came to Will Ferrell that I'm like, oh yeah, that guy was The Night at the Roxbury from the 90s, when they do the head thing in the car. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to work for me. And obviously, my sister Anna's favorite movie growing up was Molly Shannon, Superstar. When I get nervous, I put my hand under my armpit like this. You're going to kill me for that one. But that was it. Will Ferrell, Superstar, and that's about it. And Night at the Roxbury. No, I wasn't a huge Will Ferrell fan. And even at this time, John C. Reilly was more known for dramas. People forget that John C. Reilly was in a lot of dramas before going over to comedy. Gangs of New York, Chicago, that one with Tom Cruise in the racing movie back in the late 90s. I mean, he was doing more, like I said, dramatic roles. He was in The Aviator, Gangs of New York, The Aviator, Chicago. They don't scream comedy. Not at all. And then it wasn't until Talladega Nights that he then went into doing more and more comedies, like Step Brothers and all that kind of stuff. So, I was watching, and then you had Sacha Baron Cohen, who I didn't know other than at the time too, Borat. And I saw that movie with Foster. So, I'm going to quote something from Borat, but I'm not going to be that naughty and that raunchy on here. I'm saving you people. But Talladega Nights is one of my favorite it is my favorite Will Ferrell movie. I think Will Ferrell's hilarious in the movie. John C. Reilly, hilarious. Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm going to meet you, Ricky Bobby. This is my boyfriend. Frenchie. And you also have Michael Clark Duncan in the movie. And even at this time, in 2006, Amy Adams was a nobody. She has such a small role in this movie that you don't think, now you think Amy Adams, big time Hollywood actress, like 5 Academy Award nominations, 2006. Amy who? Amy who? And this was before Enchanted, Doubt, The Fighter, all those movies. She was a nobody in 2006. The only thing I remembered her from was Smallville, in one episode. Oh, that's the fat girl in Smallville. So it was like one of those movies that just clicked. You have such great moments. Whether it's the dinner table scene with the baby Jesus. Your baby Jesus. That entire scene with the kids mouthing off to the grandpa. John C. Reilly, his version of baby Jesus. I mean, it's just one of the best scenes in the film. And then the whole scene where he crashes the car and he thinks he's on fire. I'm on fire! Help me, baby Jesus! Help me, Tom Cruise! And then the rehab scene where he thinks he's paralyzed and he gets the knife. and then the whole scene with his father learning to drive again with the bobcat in the car. And I mean, it's such a funny movie that even now, all these years later, like this, I went back and watched it on Sunday, and I was cracking up the whole time. And then the grandmother with the grandkids, the great lines in the movie, if you're not first, you're last. And I kind of took that for my own personal thing, like when it came to making movies. Especially when I was in a classroom, and the teacher was like, okay, you have a project, you can make a movie. And I'll be like, see what other people were thinking about making a movie too, and like, my movie's gonna be the best movie in this classroom, no matter what. And sure enough, it was. the best. Even in college. I was pretty close to being number one. But, so, and then you got the whole shake and bake between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. And that's definitely like when I think about, my friend Foster, shake and bake. Like, Kyle, you're my best friend. I actually am surprised that we never did that for Halloween. Dressed up as, Ricky Bobby and Cal. That would have been a great Halloween costume. But then the funny part is the year after our junior year, at the same time, our senior year, March, we had another movie come out with Will Ferrell, Ballad of Glory, with none other than Napoleon Dynamite himself, John Heater. And we went and saw that a year later. So it almost started to become like a tradition of every year a new Will Ferrell movie. Even though a new Will Ferrell movie didn't come out when I was home for spring break my freshman year of college, we went and saw the Zack Snyder's Watchmen instead. But I think it almost became like a, Ricky Bobby, Blades of Glory. And then of course the soundtrack was great at the same time. A lot of great songs in the movie. And it's, it's raunchy, it's funny. Even Leslie Bibb, who was in the movie as Ricky's wife, was an ex-wife. This was before Iron Man, where she played the reporter who slept with Tony Stark. And now she's a lot bigger name now than she used to be. But yeah, it's like one of those movies too. I think you go back and watch, Amy Adams was a nobody. Leslie Bibb was a nobody. But yeah, Michael Clark Duncan isn't even alive anymore. It's just like, whoa. But yeah, and also I remember after this movie came out, a couple of weeks later we went on spring break. Well, not we. I had the great honor of having a major surgery in that April of spring break 2006. It was such an honor that the surgery was supposed to be in and out. You'll go home the next day. Every time they say that, it never works out. I ended up being in a medical coma. Who knew? Well, we should have known if we had the same surgery in middle school and they fucked up, and then they fucked up again the second time. That's what they do. So I was in a medical coma for my spring break, and then I had to recover for a whole nother week after that. So I was pretty much out for 2 weeks plus, and we were going to have the surgery in the beginning of spring break so he would recover by the end of spring break and go back to school with everybody else. Not. But anyway, when I was recovering, since I dropped down to 99 pounds, I looked like someone who came out of Auschwitz concentration camp. Hello. I'm your number one customer. I remember Foster came by one day, brought me a bunch of movies. One of them was that Matt Damon movie, The Good Shepherd, with Robert De Niro, Angelina Jolie. And that was a 3-hour movie. Out of all the movies, here's a 3-hour movie to watch. And then I remember going back to school, finally, still looking like I came out of a concentration camp. I think everyone thought I was on drugs or something. I was so skinny. Even the people on the lacrosse team were like, the parents were like, what happened to him? What happened to him? He is very, 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 very skinny. Wow. And I remember being in my social studies class, and my teacher, My desk was like right behind the teacher's desk. I was a good student, don't worry. Um, and it wasn't we were like on break or just waiting for the bell to ring. And he said, "Hey Matt, come here." And I guess, I forget what the teacher's name was. He's like, "Are you feeling okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Skinny, but good. Very skinny, but good." Um, he's like, "You know that guy over there?" He was pointing to Foster. And he goes, "You know he was very worried about you. Like extremely, extremely worried about you." I go, "Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but..." He's like, "No, Matt. I've never seen Foster like that before." He goes, "He was like not himself all week." I said, "Well, what can I say? That's how we work. He cares about me, I care about him. That's how we roll." Um, but I remember my teacher saying that junior year, just like, "He's been a mess all week. Now, I don't know what happened to you, but whatever happened to you, that guy over there, I've never seen him like that before." Kind of like how we both show different ways of caring about one another. Um, I might be the more aggressive one, that overprotective quality that I've always been born with. You know, protective, just like I was with my sister growing up. Protective. And that's just when he showed it in a different way. Things like that I didn't realize until, when you're in a medical coma for a week, you really figure out who really cares and who really doesn't. So it was just interesting when the teacher told me that even the teacher noticed, like, what is going on with Foster? Well, Matt's not here. Oh. And I guess that's just how we are, He had a way of caring about me, I had my way of caring about him. And now that he's not here, I've kind of, obviously I can't care about him anymore because he's not here. So I, shifted my, being that overprotective person, caring person to somebody else in the family for a pretty long time now. I think even longer than people would realize. So, that's just that's how I am. So when people say, "Oh, he doesn't care about anything but movies," oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised. But yeah, like I said, that was just something that was just like, I remember hearing that in class and just going, like, really? Like, okay. But like I said, that's just the bond we had. And like I said, that's just, since he's been gone, that's just, I've kind of, I don't want to say replaced him, but have looked after someone that I know he cares about very dearly. And obviously, sometimes my methods, as I would like to say, that overprotective quality that I have, that was just born with, I guess, protective, can come across differently sometimes. That's just having a younger sister of my own, being protective, and then, seeing somebody else not having their brother anymore, being that protective person. I know I can sometimes seem another way, but that's not it at all. So I guess we both have that same similar, way, if you will. One thing that goes to show you, hey, he cared about me, I cared about him, I also care about somebody else. So, that's how it is. He cares, I care. I care about somebody else in the family. That's just how we roll. But, yeah, so that's what I wanted to do today to kind of celebrate his, the anniversary. I didn't want to get too emotional, talk about a comedy. Hey, why not? And then also give you the background information of all of that. But anyway, have you seen Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby? I'm actually shocked they never made a sequel to this. They could have made a sequel to this movie easily. Both racing, another race of some kind. Bring back Sacha Baron Cohen. Bring back John C. Reilly. Bring back Amy Adams. They could have done something with that. Technically they could still make another one. But anyway, have you seen the movie recently? No, it's not the anniversary. No, I do not think it's Will Ferrell's birthday, but I could be wrong. Well, let me know in the comments below. Matt the Matt here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment.